Around 24 members of law enforcement from across the region are participating in the training program being offered here at the Institute for Advanced Research and Learning in Danville. The program is designed to help officers overcome their natural biases. And while this training has been in place for a number of years now, one of the coordinators I spoke to today says it is more important now than ever.
What this study showed is that participants shot a white-armed man slower than they shot a black-armed man.
Multiple studies were presented during today's training session to show that members of law enforcement, like all humans, are biased and that their biases, whether they realize it or not, affect the way they do their job. That awareness is the first step in the training program.
I think it's important to show that there's a science behind that, and it doesn't make us bad people. It just makes us human.
The trainers then help officers work to overcome their natural biases.
We do that through contact theory and counter-stereotype theory.
Gary Reynolds is a deputy sheriff and a police consultant for the city of Lynchburg and says he recognizes that the world has changed a lot over the past few years and is glad to have an opportunity to receive this training.
Particularly in the past few weeks where we've lost officers in the line of duty, we as a profession have to stop and take a look at what are we doing and are there areas for improvement.
He hopes that as more members of law enforcement undergo this training, the violence that has taken place over the past few weeks in places like Dallas, Baton Rouge, and Minneapolis will decrease. But he also argues that law enforcement officers are not the root cause of all of the violence.
I submit that we are not the problem in our country, but we certainly have an obligation to do everything we can to do better, as well as help other people do better.
A philosophy that is slowly but surely catching on across the country. The training program will continue tomorrow and Friday. In Danville, Colter Anstadt, WSLS 10.